Okay. Well, I'm right here at Laurie's Children's Hospital on Hillcrest and Roselle Road. For some reason, I'm not having a good connection using my cell phone. The screen seems to be awful dark. Now, it's just got done raining here. So I don't know how long this is going to last, because now I'm going to be flying really blind without having it to the cell phone. And I have to figure out why all of a sudden now the cell phone is so dark. Now I hit the brightness all the way up, and I haven't had any issues before, but all of a sudden now I do. It's always something. You think you've got this stuff figured out, and something new comes along. Now, I kind of have to rely on that I'm seeing everything correctly, because I also have, because normally I have the on the cell phone, I get to see the display. So on the little Nano, I have its on its little tiny display shut off automatically. So kind of preferred to get a little idea of what I'm seeing on the screen, but I guess we'll just play it by ear. Have to trust I have the camera leveled out right, and what's really burdensome is I can't see how much time I have here. So hopefully I'm going to get a little beep when it says the battery's down to the 10 minutes, and when I do, I'm gonna just say, hey, it's the end of this video. So by the way, this is the other side of the Paul Douglas Forest Preserve. This is the noisy side, I keep saying. We're riding along Roselle Road. These on this side over here, this is either the Welcomin or Volkaman family farm back in the day. I can't remember which one it is. I was in grade school when they were here. Don't remember if this was one of those places where my dad used to come and get corn. It's just kind of like as a kid we used to go, and he used to only have like the one gas station, and had a big ass oak tree cut down, dead oak tree that was near it, and I remember that. Then it's kind of unusual here. This is a memorial, and it's kind of someone has had a car accident right here, in kind of an odd spot in the middle here between Central Road and Algonquin. So that's what that is back there. Now we're coming up to the Catholic cemetery, and the Catholic cemetery has its own little quirks. Allegedly, I've only been going to work literally 30 years down this street. There's a claim of it. There's a woman that walks the road. I don't know if she alleges she walks in a white nightgown, or She's also walking her little white dog. But that's the story I heard. This is also the place where on weekends that you'll see the pop-up tents and you think it's a funeral burial deal, and they're just out there with their lawn chairs visiting the family. Now this over here, this is the Highlands golf course, and I don't see any golfers out there because, like I said, it just stopped raining here. They probably won't even let them out until it dries up a little bit. Oh, here's one of those signs I keep talking about. 4th Reserve District of Crook County. Somehow they keep leaving that R out. There's the Harper College. We'll be doing a little video of them. All the new construction. A lot of going into more of emphasis on the trades, I understand. They also have done is they built a facility to train firemen there. So we'll be riding through there one day. Today I'm just going to ride the noisy side up. Give you a little view of the insanity here on Algonquin Road in Roselle. The gas station across the street, Pride. That's where I get my water. Their urban counter. It's a burger, hot dogs. They have a nice little breakfast, you know. My only complaint about them is they're slow. But they make everything fresh, so what can I say? You gotta sit around and wait. I see a lot of people, they order ahead. Okay, I should be getting the cross now, and whatever you do, buddy, don't think you're gonna go. Okay. So like I said, here's the urban counter. Like I said, the food's pretty good. If you're in a rush, you're gonna expect a little wait. They also make a pretty good milkshake there too. There's coffee and pastries. People like that place. I'm not a coffee drinker. Animal hospital here. The vape store, I really hate these things because this is where all those kids put all the darn stickers on everything. But we'll do a little ride through here. This is a little cafe. Now we have this place here. It's like a... Oh, wait a minute. It's coming soon. Huh. Interesting. I thought they were already there. Preschool. You get to swing around here and look at that. Why it says coming soon. So think, oh, I think coming soon means they just have something new coming on the menu. That's what I think that means. Okay. Okay, so here we have the car wash and oil change. Quite busy all the time. Up here they were having an estate sale. I actually rode in here. It's kind of interesting to see how these townhomes. Actually, it's the next group. By the way, this is a little city. This is for now young adults and adults that have autism. Back in the day when I was younger, that building right there, that used to be a restaurant. And they gave up doing the restaurant, I guess. But when I went to go work for Northrop, and we had our food services group, we had hired a few of those out from there. Then, of course, like every large corporation, they looked to cut costs, and then they farmed out everything to catering services. And then you ended up getting the pre-made foods. Yeah, our food quality went downhill. This is where I went the other day to the estate sale. Now this is kind of interesting. These townhouses start out with the wood up here. I don't know if you could see this, but you could see that it's starting to fall apart. The wood shingles. So when they go to replace it, they replace it and then go right back to, they see a lot more shingles falling apart on this. As you can see now, the ones that have been redone, they go right back to more modern asphalt, because wood shingles are a lot of work and you got to keep maintaining them. And it appears when I'm looking on this roof, as I'm seeing some of the wood shingles, they're falling apart and popping out. Okay. This old farmhouse here, well, one of our mayors, Mayor O'Malley, I think he had his office inside that barn there. I think he was in real estate on the side, besides being our mayor. He passed away. Now we have Mayor McLeod. And one thing with O'Malley, he was famous for, well, we used to have a Menards here. And Menards wanted to move, and they bought property so they could build a super Menards, which was going to be nice. The old Menards was just in a old Kmart store, and they wanted more room. So the area that they bought the property for, then they came back and said, hey, can you help us get a stoplight for this corner? And we really helped because there was already apartments on that property. So it would help the apartment buildings and everything else. it appears that didn't work out too well. So Menards said, well, if you're not willing to help me here, we're just taking our business elsewhere. And they did. They took their business to the next township of Streamwood. And they took an old strip mall and movie place up there, tore it all down and built a Menards. So they got the Super Menards. Doesn't get any worse than this. Somehow we have some crazy agreement with another neighboring county, village, South Barrington. And Myers was going to build here in Hoffman Estates. They started developing the property, and then all of a sudden, South Barrington had some agreement with Hoffman Estates, and they were able to shut down the construction. Yeah, you better slam it down. The building of that Myers. So they developed the property. They literally had all of the plumbing in the ground, sewer systems. You went over there, the parking lot marked out, storm sewers, all developed. And they had to shut that sucker down. That had cost Myers a big ton of money. I still don't understand it. South Barrington was like, well, we don't want to have a grocery store in our nice little quiet, rich housing development. Well, later on, they went and built Arboretum, which is a outdoor mall. So gee, for someone that was worried about traffic control and all that, they built the Arboretum, and the Arboretum has a bowling alley, movie theater, boatloads of restaurants. Like I said, it's a outdoor mall. Go figure that one out. So, yeah, so today probably we won't see too many gravel trucks because it's fairly late in the day. They normally would be doing their runs early in the morning, and then of course, bet you most construction got shut down because of the heavy rains. I like to get out and ride any time I can. I try to get 11 miles in. Sometimes it's a lot more than that. This bike right now is on year 3, and I'm up to almost close to 10,000 miles. I think I got 9,000. That says 700. So I've gone through a lot of tires, a lot of brakes. Now this bike originally came with mechanical cable brakes. So if anybody knows what that means, it means you just have one piston that goes onto the disc brake. So when you go push the brakes on, they tend to squeal, and that disc rotor tends to warp. And stopping power with just one piston is not very good. But they make a package called with a zoom. You can get it on Amazon. It's also cable activated, but it gives you it's cable activated hydraulic braking. But the beautiful thing about it gives you two pistons, and then the two pistons come into play onto the disc. You get more stopping power. It's a lot more quieter. Yeah, works out, and it's not very hard to swap out cable brakes, mechanical cable brakes, to cable hydraulic, and it's somewhat affordable. I think, if I remember right, it's just like under $40 for the pair through Amazon. Don't quote me on that, because sometimes I buy a lot of stuff from Alibali Express Alibali, the Chinese place, because they carry a lot of biking stuff a lot cheaper. Matter of fact, you know, when I buy my tires, I look to eBay a lot. So I get these hybrid. There's a 26-inch wheel, and this is a 1.95 millimeter width. Almost, I don't think it's a millimeter, that's inches. So it's almost a 2-inch wide tire. But what's nice about it is they're fairly inexpensive, because the 26-inch tire is probably the most popular out there. I'm 6 feet, so I have to have this seat extended all the way up. But unless, if I was going to buy a more comfortable, let's say, bike for my size, it would be, I would have to get a much larger frame bike. But when I bought this as, hey, would I be really interested in riding every day? I had fallen and screwed up my L1, and I have a bunch of bald discs in my back, and I was having some problems just walking and sitting in airplanes for long periods of time. I started working out at the gym at the Park District, just working on my getting my spine stronger. So one day I said to myself, hey, you know, it'd be kind of interested to be able to take up biking again. And then I started looking at online, and I found that senior citizens were really getting into electric bikes. And saw plenty of videos on it, and one of them, the guys was very knowledgeable, and he was saying, don't get hung up on men riding a walkthrough. It's not a women's bike. Matter of fact, you know, he explained it pretty well. Like, when I'll stop right here, and I get off. And electric bikes, this is over 60 pounds, and instead of you having to worry about that bar here, it's not there. For safety, when you come up to a light and you got to get off, you don't have to tilt your bike to the side. And it makes a lot of sense, you know. And the other thing is for, there's a nice, you can't see this, but I wish you could. There's a nice buck right out there, right on the edge. And he's sitting there with a nice rack of deer. And hopefully you can see his tail going up. Now he's going to go right into the woods. But he has a really nice rack on him. Too bad he didn't come closer here. But that's one of the difficulties with this little camera, this Nano. It just doesn't. If that deer was within 100 feet, you'd have a good shot. But as far out as that, you might have been able to pick up the little white tail action, and that's probably about all. Now the deer got me. So we're back on the bike. So I watched this video, and the guy talked all about the safety features, about what a senior needs. And one of the things was the cruiser style handlebars. They're called cruiser or mustache. They wrap back over, and they allow you to ride more upright. So what it does really, it really gives you a more upright, so you're more or less enjoying nature. Instead of the other bikes, they're mountain bike, and this is what happens when you have the straight handlebars. You're more crouched over, and that's a little bit more uncomfortable. And then having these palm grips makes it even more comfortable because all your weight is now being applied to these palm grips. So once he explained all the stuff, and then he also explained you're going to want to get rid of the prostate killer. He goes, you're going to want to get yourself a butt seat. So I had looked into this butt seat thing, and there's a company called X-Wing, and it's quite wide, but it's kind of nice because on the ends it kind of moves along with the leg as you go up and down, but it really gives you a lot of comfort. And that other thing is really makes it nice is when you get off the bike. Okay, I have to wait for this guy behind me. I've got my mirror. Is that you don't have that nose of the little tiny bicycle seat right in behind your butt. So when I get off, I just have a nice little flat. How you doing? Good. And I'm gonna kind of come up here, and I'm gonna get myself. Hopefully they have lemon rice soup today and then I will head back out again. But I don't cook. But see, here's that. This is the X-Wing. So you could see how nice that is and how big this is. And here, see how this flexes here? So your legs, when you're going pedaling, this all flexes on each side, but it really keeps you nice and comfortable. Everybody have a good day, and hopefully everything here works out fine. I'm going to enjoy myself.